Hey Sagittarius, a quick disclaimer before we start today's video. I want to let you guys know I called you Scorpio a ton of times in today's video. It's actually a Sagittarius reading. It is a reading for you. So if you hear me calling you Scorpio, I didn't mean to call you Scorpio. I meant to say Sag. Today's a new moon in Scorpio, by the way. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure that's why I had the mix up. I knew I was reading for Sagittarius the whole time, but Scorpio is just what kept coming out of my mouth. So do remember, this is not a Scorpio reading. This is a Sagittarius reading. I apologize that I called you guys that, so just a quick disclaimer before we start the video. It is for Sag, not for Scorpio. But anyways, y'all, I love you all so much. I hope you enjoy the video nonetheless. I apologize for my mistake, and enjoy it. I'll see you guys later. Beautiful Sagittarius peeps, what's going on everybody? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your November 2021 tarot reading. I hope everybody's well, and if so, let me know down in the comments down below. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome, and if not, it's not your message. And if you want to check out my official social medias, you're more than welcome to. That'll be linked down in my description box below. So Sagittarius, let's see what we got going on here for the month of November. Alright, starting off with the current energies for your November. Let's see what's coming through. What current energies do we got for Sagittarian? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout their November 2021. What current energies do we got for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout their November 2021. Well, we got here two cards that flew out. We have here a Hangman card, and we got here a Queen of Cups. And then the last card we got here is going to be the Judgment card. So, the Hangman, the Queen of Cups, and the Judgment. You could be connecting with the Scorpio. You may also be dealing with a Pisces as well, or you could have very prominent Scorpio or Pisces energy in your chart, okay? So the Hangman, the Queen of Cups, and the Judgment card. I definitely feel like in the month of November, you're about to uncover something that you didn't necessarily see coming. Because the thing about the Hangman is that it's a card that could represent feeling stuck or some sort of stagnation, but the Hangman can also represent a massive epiphany, a massive awakening. It's like you are going within and figuring something out that's like, whoa, I can't believe that happened. It's kind of like having a big aha moment. So I definitely think that in the month of November, you're going to be internalizing a lot, you're going to be going deep within, and realizing some major things about yourself and some major things about your life. Actually today, I believe today's November 4th, if I'm not mistaken. It is November 4th at the time that I'm filming this video. We actually have a new moon in Scorpio currently going on, and I've noticed today I've been internalizing a lot as well. So on a collective level, that's probably what a lot of people are experiencing with this new moon in Scorpio energy. But yeah, you know, it's that energy of just going within and taking a look at certain situations and realizing a lot about it and realizing a lot about yourself and taking that knowledge with you to create something better. With the Queen of Cups here to the Judgment card, I think a lot of you guys are realizing so much about how much you have to offer and how much you have to give to this world. I think Scorpio, you're realizing that, you know, it wasn't a waste of time that I took out to love people. It wasn't a waste of time for all the effort I put into projects that necessarily didn't work out. It wasn't a waste of time for all the energy I put into anything in my life, whether it worked out for me or not. You know, I think you're starting to realize, like, I've always had true intentions for things to grow, for things to be beautiful, and for things to happen, and even if they didn't work out for me, I'm just glad that I still did it anyways. I'm glad that I still put my love and my heart out there and my vulnerability out there to accomplish what I set out to do. So, Scorpios, I think you're no longer becoming your greatest enemy, but instead you're starting to see yourself in the version of, I'm going to be my greatest supporter. Because I think there were so many times in life where maybe something didn't work out the way you wanted it to, or maybe something failed, and you bashed yourself to the core. You put yourself down. You called yourself stupid for loving somebody, even if they didn't feel the same way anymore. You called yourself stupid for trying really hard to make something work, even if it didn't work out. And you're not stupid for doing that. You know, nobody's ever dumb for trying to be successful. Nobody's ever dumb for trying to make something work. Nobody's ever dumb for loving someone, you know? And I feel like it's unfortunate that a lot of us put ourselves down for that. When things don't go our way or when things don't work out, we instantaneously blame ourselves, but maybe we got to take a look at the other perspective, such as You did everything you could with good intentions. You did everything you could with love. And if it didn't work out, that doesn't mean that you have to blame yourself. It just means that it wasn't meant to be. So I feel like you're looking at a lot of situations in your life internally where you've put yourself down and you're saying, man, I wish I never did that. I wish I never put myself down in those situations because truthfully, I tried. And that's what matters. That's what counts. So guys, you're definitely starting to see things in a whole new perspective, especially moments where you've put yourself down. You're now realizing, I didn't need to bully myself. I didn't need to be my biggest bully or my biggest enemy. I could have been my biggest supporter. So stepping into the month of November, I definitely feel like a lot of you guys are having a changed perspective, and with that King of Pentacles, you're also having a very grounded perspective about things that occurred in your life and new things to come. Cool. All right, let's go ahead real quick and clarify this Queen of Cups. Why do we got the Queen of Cups showing up over here? And we got here the Justice. All right, and then why do we got here the Hangman card? And we got here the Ten of Pentacles, and we also have here the Nine of Cups. Yeah, so this kind of goes back to what I was saying originally. So clarifying the Hangman first, you have the Ten of Pentacles and you have the Nine of Cups. So Scorpio, what you're realizing internally is that I've always tried to do what I could. I've always tried to do my best, and I need to start appreciating that more. You know, whether my best isn't good enough for something or whether my best doesn't work out, if I tried my best, if I had good intentions and it doesn't work out, that's okay, as long as I've tried my best. Clarifying the Queen of Cups over here, we have here the Justice card. It's about bringing back more of a balanced perspective into your life. You know, Scorpios, I think for such a long time, you've been so used to putting yourself down that it's really nice to lift yourself up for a change. It's really nice to tap into that energy of balance. Let me tell everybody something that's raw and fucking true. The world does enough putting you down. Okay? The world does enough putting you down, all right? People on social media do enough putting you down. Society does enough putting you down. Your family, whether they intend to or not, does enough putting you down. Your friends, whether they intend to or not, does enough putting you down. So it'll be nice for a change, instead of you putting yourself down, you lifting yourself up. All right? The world's always going to try to find ways, because we live in a world of duality, all right? The world's always going to try to find ways to put you down, but don't let that energy become what you do to yourself as well. Instead, be the other side. Be the person who lifts you up. Because the one thing I learned in life is that nobody's going to have your back like you have your back. Nobody is ever going to support you as much as you could support yourself if you gave it a chance. Because the truth is that if you support yourself, you'll be the #1 supporter you'll ever have. Because people can only support you so far, but if you support yourself all the way. Alright? So Scorpios, nobody's ever going to have your back like you have you. Okay? Alright, baby. Let's go ahead here and take a look and see what's going to be going on for Scorpios throughout their November. What do we got going on for Scorpio here? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout their November 2021. What do we got coming in here for Scorpio? What's going to be going on for them, please, throughout their November 2021? We got here the Ace of Wands. So like I said, opening up that new perspective. Ace of Cups, definitely opening up a whole new department of self-love for you. We got here the Ace of Swords, stepping into a lot of truth. We got here the Five of Pentacles, abandoning these old habits of putting yourself down. And then the Death card, which is talking about changing those habits. So yeah, a lot of you guys are changing your habits, your old ways. Remember how I mentioned in the beginning, like, you know, there's no reason to put yourself down because society does enough of that for you. It's true, right? Whether or not we want to, I think that we all grow up, and we all grow up surrounded by negativity. It is not a choice, it's just something that happens. You know, we all grow up and we're surrounded by a society that is constantly judging us, and people that are constantly judging us, and a status quo to abide by. So when you grow up, when you're young, from all the way to whatever age you are now, you're always going to be surrounded by a society or an environment that is inherently negative. But the wonderful thing is that we have a choice every single day on whether or not we want to resonate with that environment or whether or not we want to choose positivity for ourselves. So Scorpios, coming into the month of November here, you're having that new direct approach of, I'm making the choice here to resonate with more positivity. I'm making the choice here to resonate with supporting myself. I'm making the choice here to abandon that type of environment because it does not serve me in my highest of good. What serves me in my highest of good is supporting me, loving myself, enjoying the person that I am, and creating the world that I want to live in for me. Point blank period. So you're stepping into a lot of truths here. I think you're recognizing that, your environment plays a big role. Okay? As I was mentioning before, this was the point I was trying to make. We're all kind of inherently born into a negative environment, whether we want to be or not, and that can influence us in many ways, Being, for example, like when you're young and you're growing up, have you ever heard your parents tell you that you shouldn't wear something because of the way that society would judge you? Or have you ever had a parent say that you can't do this or that because of how other people would judge you, There was always that negativity that basically blocked you from expressing who you truly are due to the fear of judgments from your surroundings. Well, at the end of the day, we've all been affected by that. But the beautiful thing is that when you step into the truth that nobody else's judgments really fucking matter, society's judgments don't really mean shit because they only mean shit if you allow them to. Point blank period. People's opinions only mean shit if you allow it to mean something to you. Society's opinions only mean something if you allow it to mean something to you. So you're stepping into the truth here that, I have a choice on whether or not I want to resonate with environmental bullshit or if I want to resonate with myself and my true self and my authenticity and just being me. And I also have a choice to submit to the negativity, subdue to the negativity, or embrace the positivity because I already know society does enough to put me down. Well, guess what? I want to be that person to lift me up. And God damn it, you will. I like it, baby. I like it a lot. So Scorpio, what's going on here for you in the month of November is there's going to be a lot of change here with that death card. Okay? A lot of a change of how you show yourself to the world. A lot more of embracing your authenticity. And on top of that, too, just a lot more of no longer resonating with all the negative energies and negative environments because you have a choice on whether or not you resonate with that. And therefore, you don't want to. Okay? Alright, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and see if we got anything coming in here for you in your month of November. We got here the World card, stepping into a brand new world for sure. It's going to feel like you have stepped into a whole new world, Scorpio, because when you change your perception, you change your reality. When you change the way you view things, you change the whole world around you, So I think that's really, really wonderful. We also got here the Three of Cups, lots of joyous and happy times. We got here the Seven of Wands, no longer taking people's BS, but standing up for yourself. We got here the Knight of Cups, and we got here the Page of Swords. So Scorpio, in the month of November, you're going to start noticing yourself that, your life's changing, and it's changing because you're filtering your life now. You're filtering what you allow to get to you, what you allow to bother you. You're choosing on whether or not to agree and resonate with negativity or to just completely ignore it as a whole because you have realized I have a choice on what I give my energy to, what I give my resonance to. So what's going to be coming in here for you is going to be a lot more happy moments because you're choosing to look at the bright side of things. You're choosing to be around positive people. You're choosing to support yourself and be around people who support you. And you're choosing to ignore all the things that drag you down because you have a choice on whether or not you want to let that bother you in the first place, So Seven of Wands, Knight of Cups here. Scorpio, it's your world this month, and other individuals are just living in it, okay? I like it, baby. And also with that Page of Swords, this kind of goes back to what I was saying, your world is now filtered because the only thing that will get to you is if you allow it to get to you. So if there's something negative, such as a shitty person in your life, they can only get to you if you allow them to. If somebody has negative comments to say, they can only bother you if you allow them to. If somebody does not appreciate you, well, guess what? It is what it is because you're just going to appreciate yourself. When you start doing everything you can in regards to supporting yourself, you will never search outside of yourself again for support. The thing that I've seen a lot within my own personal life is that I was always struggling to support myself, so constantly I was looking for outside validation. When I started to support myself mentally, physically, financially, when I started to support myself and be my number one supporter, be my number one cheerleader, I noticed I don't care about the opinions of other people. I don't care what other people say. I don't care if other people agree or disagree of the way that I choose to live my life because I'm choosing to do what makes me happy. And at the end of the day, there's nobody that can disrupt that flow. So Scorpios, By having this filter in your life now, realizing that you have a choice on whether or not to resonate with negative energies, you have a choice on whether or not to let certain people affect you or to let any situations bother you or affect you, when you realize that being your number one supporter is no longer going to need the validation of other people, your whole entire world changes. Because when you support yourself, it don't matter if other people don't support you. As long as you support what it is you're doing, you're good. Point blank period, alright? Are there any sort of dire or important messages jumping in here for Scorpio during their November? Just real quick, are there any important or dire messages for Scorpio before we end off their reading here today? And what do we got? We got here the Devil, we got here the King of Wands, and we got here the Six of Wands. The Devil card is interesting because it does talk about, you know, negative energies. It does talk about the energy of feeling trapped or feeling trapped and surrounded by negativity, but you also got here the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is basically saying you can have a choice here. You can sit down and abide by all the negativity surrounding you and deal with it every day and let it constantly surround you, or you can get up and walk away from it because you don't need to have it in the first place. And with that Six of Wands showing up over here, I think the universe wants you to remember as well, if you're supporting yourself, the universe is also supporting you. Because remember, all the energy you're putting out into the world is what you're getting back. So the energy you put into the universe is what you're getting back. So if you're supporting yourself, the universe is supporting you. Okay? So just a friendly reminder there, Scorpio. If you're being your number one supporter, the universe is going to be your number one supporter too. Just saying. But anyways, guys, with the dire and important messages that I got here, the Devil here to the King of Wands, just remember you always have a choice. That kind of goes back to everything that I'm saying, okay? You always have a choice here. You can sit and take people's crap, or you cannot let people's crap get to you, because it only gets you if you allow it to. Okay? So start removing a lot of things out of your allowance. Don't allow shit to get to you, because if you don't give people the energy to feed on, there's no energy to feed in the first place. Alright? Alright, Scorpio, we're going to jump to the outcome over here, because I do feel like at this point, same message is kind of just being repeated in different forms. So let's see what the overall outcome is going to be for your month, okay? What do we got coming in here for the overall outcome for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For Scorpio, have I been saying Scorpio this whole time? I think I started saying Scorpio when I saw the Death card. So Sagittarius, this is a Sagittarius reading. If I've been saying Scorpio, I deeply apologize, because I got on the topic of the new moon in Scorpio. I saw the Death card, so I do apologize. This is not a Scorpio reading, by the way, guys. This is a Sagittarius reading, okay? Alright, let's go ahead and take a look here at the overall outcome for Sagittarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout their November 2021. And what do we got? We got here the Magician, and we got here the Five of Wands. I like that. And it's the Five of Swords, not the Five of Wands, sorry. Today's like a Mercury day, I swear. I'm messing up everything. Anyways, Five of Swords here to the Magician. So the outcome that's present here, Scorpio, remember, in life you're always going to have two choices. You can sit there and you can take the world as it comes at you. You can allow other people to walk all over you. You can allow other individuals to make you feel stuck, trapped in this negative, cesspool of shit that's going on in the world. Or, with the Magician card over here, you can create the world that you want for yourself. You can filter out anything that you want, because, truthfully, your world is what you make of it. And the moment you realize that is the moment where nothing can ever tear you down again, and where nothing can ever affect you again. Because this is your world. Remember, I said in the beginning for you guys, this is your world, Sagittarian, and other people are just living in it, and I stand by that statement. Because as long as you don't let things get to you, and you're constantly supporting yourself, and you're doing what's in your best interest, then at the end of the day, no negativity, no hate, no nothing can get to you, as long as you're continuing to be your number one supporter. Alright? Alright, Sagittarius. Guys, I want to thank you so much, man, for coming out. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If it does resonate, let me know down in the comments down below. For those of you that are new here, definitely consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate that as well. By the way, Sagittarius, I want to say I definitely want to say sorry if I call it just Scorpio, okay? Definitely did not mean to do that. I know some people are going to comment and get irritated about it. I apologize, y'all. This is a Sagittarius reading, not a Scorpio reading, so if I said that on accident, just know I meant your zodiac, okay? But Sag, it's your world and other people are just living in it. I like it, baby. I like it a lot. Alright, Saggy. Guys, take care. Have yourselves a good one, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Much love to my Sagittarius, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.